Welcome home. Alright, what's going on guys? It's Epoxy, and the month is coming to an end, which means another Fallout Miami update. This mod is coming along quite great, and I'm excited to share the March progress update with you all, including a soundtrack, world building, 3D model renders, concept art, and in-game screenshots as well, which I'm sure the latter is what you're all looking forward to. So this March progress update is brought to us by K. Constantine, one of the leads for the Fallout Miami development team over on the Fallout Miami blog and the Discord. Spring is here, flowers are blooming, and it's time for a Fallout Miami monthly update. Here's another moody track from the Surpriser. Good background music for reading this update. So I'll be sure to play it in the background throughout the entire video so you get a good feel for it. I'll also leave a link to the blog post in the description for anyone who wants to take a listen after this update. Just like last time, we'll start off by showing another bit of world building. The tourist hotspot that Miami was, it of course played host to all kinds of entertainers. While exploring the vacation wasteland, you'll find many pre-war advertisers for a variety of acts and venues. What's a night in a vacation wonderland without some live music? This poster promoting a famous Cuban singer is one of many that Noman, new member of the Miami team, has contributed. So this is for the Sunshine Hotel and Casino. So maybe we're gonna see a casino, I'm not quite too sure, but that would be pretty cool. Back in January, we showed you a piece of concept art for the squirt gun. Torque Digital took that and made it a reality. The squirt gun is a weapon fashioned from a popular pre-war toy converted to squirt acid. When caustic substances aren't enough, and you absolutely need to violate even more stipulations of the Geneva Convention, then loading even dangerous and volatile substances into your squirt gun is an option. So what you're looking at is an actual render. The squirt gun is no longer just a piece of concept art for Fallout Miami, and I've got to say, it's looking quite juicy. I love seeing 3D model renders. Obviously, it's not going to look as awesome in-game, but it shows you just the kind of quality that comes out of mods like these. Let's take a step back for a moment. A lot of you have been wondering where exactly Fallout Miami takes place and what the in-game map will include. We're going to answer that question today. Here are the borders of the Fallout Miami game world, a loving recreation of the lovely part of southern Miami Beach. In order to fit all of the interesting locations we have planned, we've taken a few creative liberties, but our own map remains mostly accurate to the real-world area we want to represent. The city is divided into several districts, each with its own unique locations and atmosphere, starting from the top with Meridian. On the outskirts, you'll find Meridian, an industrial zone that hosts the well-known Pop and Chill bottling plant, among other factories, and the homes of Miami's working class. Atlantic. Just over the river is Atlantic, a district of two parts. Along the coast are some of the most opulent resort hotels, including the world-famous Sunshine Hotel and Casino, while the central area is mostly residential. So that is mentioning the Sunshine Hotel and Casino once again. So maybe we'll see some sort of casino with the Fallout 4 mod that we saw, but I'm not quite too sure on that. And then we've got Maimon, home to the university, campus, and hospital, which doesn't really seem like a fun place to be after reading the previous updates and what they had to say about those affected by Luna. Don't know if I'm too excited about Maimon. Then we've got Bayshore, luxury housing and luxury leisure. Mansions are a common sight in Bayshore, and the Cuban golf course is an ever-popular destination for fat cats, both native and visiting. We've also got Sheridan. Similar to Atlantic, the coastline is dedicated to tourism. On the west side of the river are many suburb-like neighborhoods, as well as Miami Beach Sheridan High School, which borders Bayshore's vast golf course. Downtown, the beating heart of Miami, business, shopping, bars, restaurants, theaters. Downtown has it all, including civic buildings such as City Hall and the Miami Beach Convention Center. And last, we've got Flamingo, a patchwork of retirement communities, entertainment, and luxury. Flamingo is Miami, just calmer. Locations range from Miami's largest yacht club to Flamingo Trailer Park. Last month, we introduced you to Jimmy Hart, a companion character who's also a prospective member of the Nuclear Patriots. From runt to top dog, we're now going to talk about the leader of the faction, Axel Slate. Born in 2244, Slate was your average Kentucky kid, adventurous, resourceful, and kind of rowdy. When the Nuclear Patriots rode through town, 14-year-old Slate couldn't resist sneaking into one of their trucks. A kid is an unusual prospect, but being young doesn't stop one from being strong, especially not a boy who's a head taller than his peers. He rode with them, learning their philosophy and doing all kinds of jobs. One night while the Nuclear Patriots made camp in southern Georgia, Slate was put on watch duty. Poking the campfire and lost in thought, he was startled by a loud clanging of falling scrap. A thief had snuck into their camp. Forgetting his .22 rifle, he chased the crook down and managed to crush his skull with an axle shaft in the ensuing brawl, earning himself the name Axel. During the next couple of decades, he became the most accomplished pit fighter in the group, so it was no surprise that he eventually became their leader following the death of Big Red, the man who led their exodus from Motor City. Axel Slate is an idealist, believing strongly in the anarcho-libertarian philosophy of the Nuclear Patriots. A straightforward man, he speaks plainly and isn't afraid to throw punches. Despite being in his early 40s, you'll regularly see him in the fight pit, brawling with the younger members and prospects. Concept art by Alice, her first contribution to Fallout Miami. And now, your monthly dose of in-game screenshots. We've got what seems to be just a back road, but I honestly love this screenshot as it shows the density of buildings and the detail in this mod. We also get a look at the Miami palm trees, which thankfully haven't been wiped out by the nuclear apocalypse. Next is a pond that is honestly hard for me to tell, but it looks like the inside of the botanical gardens from the next screenshot. I could be mistaken though. Outside of the Miami Beach botanical gardens that I just mentioned, which is a garden grown for public display. And then we've got what I believe is the Holocaust Memorial in Miami, which is apparently located next to the botanical gardens. These are real world locations and memorials they're adding, and it's just nice to know that they're staying true to Miami and adding these important memorials that have history for those that live there. But unfortunately, that is everything for the Fallout Miami March update. Please don't forget to check out their community Discord, and if you want to help make Miami a reality, apply over on their website. Whether you do concept art, you do 3D modeling, you can texture things. Really, if you have any skills that could help them out, go apply over on their website. Next month's blog post is actually canceled, so expect something a little different from them. I'm unsure of what it's going to be, so I'll have to wait and see if it's something I could share with you all in video form or not. But until then, if you enjoyed this video or got anything out of it, please smack that like button down below and subscribe to join the good fight if you haven't already. It would be super greatly appreciated as always. But until next time, this is Epoxy, signing off.